imagine how good that would be.
Back towards goal, hits the post, but tapped in, and there's Sam Bell.
Naismith slides in corner, that'll do it.
And he making impact right away. He'll try.
Oh yes! Tommy Conway's only gone and done it again.
The John Smith Stadium in West Yorkshire, home to Huddersfield Town and the venue for the first of 2 away trips in 4 days for Bristol City, hoping to right the wrongs of their last couple of outings. The losses to Southampton and Norwich mean Bristol City are now 5 points adrift of the playoffs, and Liam Manning certainly won't want to lose touch with the top 6. Huddersfield come into this 3 unbeaten, but Bristol City have arrived and they want to spoil the Terriers' party. Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Robins TV, live from Ashton Gate for the coverage of this Sky Bet Championship clash between Huddersfield Town and Bristol City. Joining me in the studio, it's Bristol City defenders past and present, Chris Honor and Cal Naismith. Welcome both. Cal, first of all, how's the hammy, how's the recovery going?
Yeah, so the hamstring, obviously I picked up an injury, there's a slight tear there. I was quite lucky actually in terms of where the tear is, so it was good news for that perspective, but it's just kind of the feeling of here we go again. I'm out and I'm missing games and I need to watch the lads and I can't be out there to help them, so it's disappointing, but the recovery, I'm 10 days now, so it's early stages, but it's getting there.
Norwich result, tough one to take.
Really disappointing just because how well we done in the first half, and listen, they're a top side, but they would have been delighted leaving the stadium with the 3 points. There was not many parts of that game where they would have felt confident, and we just never started the second half well again, and we know that's a problem we've got to address. And they came on strong, and it's a sucker punch to lose like that at the last minute. It always feels that little bit worse. So yeah, it was disappointing, but look, that's football, and we go again and we try and bounce back. Absolutely.
What sort of game are you expecting today?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Huddersfield, as we say, the league position, I don't think it tells the truth, because they're a top side. The Darmo's got them very well organised. As I say, they're going to be hard to break down. I expect us to have a lot of the ball, as we have been doing, but then it's how do you break them down then? And I think we've looked a lot this week at wide areas. It's going to be in the wide areas and getting the 1v1s and 2v2s, and that's when you can't really coach that. You're looking for that bit of magic just to create the chances. If we can score an early goal, then it's excellent, because I believe it brings them on us a bit more. If we don't, the game's quite tight, but in previous games we've always looked solid. We've been conceding goals, but from a defender's perspective, when you're looking so solid in games and you're playing and you're not really getting the goals yourself, you just start to get a bit edgy and it can lead to conceding goals. But out with the actual goals, I think we've looked pretty solid. So if we can get an early goal, then I think we'll be good.
Yeah, definitely. Take the pressure off everyone, early goals. Chris, away form is something that Liam really needs to focus on. Just looking at this, just 7 goals, suffering 4 defeats in the 9 away games. That's something that we really need to nail down, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We just need some points at the moment. It's been a little bit of a rocky run that we're in the middle of. But you know, if we take our chances, and you know, it has been a situation where we've been playing relatively well, and the ball hasn't been ended up in the net. Those chances, those goals change games, and hopefully the likes of Tommy Conway this afternoon can hit the back of the net and put some of those little misses and some of those chances that he normally puts away quite simply out of his mind. And as Cal just mentioned, a lovely early goal would be absolutely brilliant, and would set a different tone to the game, because I think Huddersfield will concede a lot of pressure, a lot of possession to us. It's whether we can unpick a really steady, sturdy defence, and they'll be a tough team to beat today.
Excellent, very good. Thank you very much, boys. Lots of chats of early goals today, I'm getting the vibe. Well, we can only keep our fingers crossed. Just who is going to be out on that pitch doing the business for us today? The team news is in from West Yorkshire, and we say good afternoon for the first time today to Toby Osborne.
Good afternoon, Downsy, thank you. Yes, Huddersfield are unbeaten in 3, so can Bristol City break down their stubbornness today? Which card will Liam Manning play? Let's look at the two teams, starting with the home side. Darren Moore makes 3 changes after the Swansea draw last weekend. They conceded in the dying minutes in South Wales. Jackson was hooked with muscle soreness on 60 minutes against the Swans, so Ben Wiles comes in as wing-back today. Nakayama is also dropped. He's down to the bench. Kasumu comes in despite only featuring 6 times so far this season. Then the final change sees Bergzorg, the Dutchman who's on loan from Mainz for the season, replace Sorba Thomas. He's not involved even in the squad this afternoon. Danny Ward will lead the line again, celebrated 250 games for the Terriers last weekend, but has struggled for goals so far this season. Centre-half Helik is in fact the leading scorer for the campaign. Lots of youngsters, rather like Bristol City, on the bench, including 20-year-old Mali under-23 international Brahimi Diarra. Liam Manning makes 2 changes following the Norwich defeat. Pring and Gardner-Hickman drop out. Joe Williams has his first start since October the 7th. Sam Bell returns to the starting 11 as well. It'll be interesting to see the formation today. Few suggesting George Tanner will act as a third centre-half. We'll get Cal and Chris's thoughts in a moment. Williams joins James in the middle of the park. Those two are forming a nice partnership before injuries got in the way. Conway, Bell and presumably Vyman or Sykes will complete a front 3. Another spot for Meerholz on the bench with youngsters Knight, LaBelle and Yeboah. Let's hear from the manager then, Liam Manning with Robbins TV.
Let's start with team news. 2 changes from the Norwich City match. Joe Williams' first start since early October. What will he bring today?
I think a bit of bite, a bit of edge. He's been desperate to obviously play. He's someone that doesn't like being out the side. So again, I think sometimes putting people in when they're that hungry for it, you can sometimes get a little bit of a bounce on that. And quality, I think his career speaks for itself in terms of the quality he's got. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he does today.
Lots of running in the team. Sam Bell, Vyman, Sykes, Jason Knight. How critical will that be?
Yeah, massive when you look at how well they're organised, how hard and honest Huddersfield are. I think we have to. That's the starting point for me today. We have to match that intensity. We have to be willing to run, to compete, to win first contacts, to win duels, second balls, and then obviously then go and try and control the game and make it look how we want it to. And that's always the case, right? Every week it's a game of styles, and how do we make sure that we come out on top and control the game, and also then turn that control into chances, goals, and obviously not giving things up at the other end.
You've talked before about starting well in both halves. Will that be critical today?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, they're on a decent run of form, and you only have to look at their recent results. They don't give up too many chances or goals. So again, I think momentum's massive in football, especially when you're away from home and come in here. So we have to start on the front foot. We have to take control of the game early, and then again, obviously do that in both halves.
Are you a coach that puts much store by the weather in terms of how it'll affect today?
Nah, whatever the weather, the behaviours are the same, right? You have to be willing to do the things I just spoke about. So yeah, irrespective of weather, we have to make sure that we're here, to give everything that we've got.
All the best.
Thank you.
Liam Manning chatting to Dave Barton there in West Yorkshire. 2 changes then, chaps. Your thoughts, Cal, on that team today?
It's 2 good players, 2 very good players that you bring in, and yeah, well, we're obviously struggling with numbers a little bit at the minute. We've got a small squad, but what we do have is, even with the injuries, we still have quality. So if the gaffer wants to make 2 or 3 changes, he can. But like he says, he mentioned Joe Williams there, and he's excited to see him today. I'm excited to see Joe as well, because he's one that's very disappointed when he's not playing, and we all are as players. But now he's got his chance. I'm looking forward to see how he does.
And from your experience, Chris, of watching endless Bristol City games, how do you see that side sort of gelling together? What sort of do you see the output there?
Well, before we just saw the team come up and the names, we were probably looking at maybe a 3 at the back with Sykes on the right and maybe Bell on the left. Joe Williams' introduction or reintroduction into the midfield is, for me, a positive. He likes to play the ball forward, be a bit brave on the ball. He had a little bit of a cameo last 20 minutes on the last game, and I thought he was excellent. So he'd be chomping at the bit to do really well today. And I think when you're being out, you really appreciate not playing. Or appreciate playing, and it's so he'll be flying around the pitch trying to make up for all the lost time that he's had over the last few weeks when he's been out the side. So yeah, it's nice to have someone like him with fresh legs. Hasn't played a lot of games of football recently in the middle of midfield, because it's going to be a tough afternoon. So yeah, we'll find out how it all goes in 20-30 minutes time.
Good stuff. Obviously, Cal, we'd much prefer you to be in the mix in that team sheet as well. But whilst we have you here, nice to have a little chat. How do you think that the team is settling down after that managerial change? Because obviously, change is always disruptive. But how's Liam settling in now?
From my own personal point of view, regardless of the injury, I think it's been really good just to sit and listen to him and learn and how meticulous he is in terms of his meetings. And I think we've had a bounce, we've had a response. The performances have been really good, but ultimately it's down to results, and we know that. But I almost look at, if I want to go into coaching and management after playing, which I do, what is a manager's job? And people would say, being a manager, it's your job's to get a result, and I get that, but it's not. For me, it's you've got 35 players, and your job is to improve their players every single day with the info you're giving them, with the training, that is your job, to improve them as players and as people. And the gaffer does that, and just sitting in his meetings, being on the training pitch, how meticulous he is. And we sit and we watch games now, and I know it's not been the results that he would have liked or we would have liked, but I sit and I watch games and I go, wow, that's exactly what he spoke to us about, that's exactly what we've worked on all week, and we'll see it today again. I'll be able to speak more at half time and tell you that's exactly what we've worked on. We'll see it coming out. So no, look, the gaffer's been brilliant. All the players are fully on board and behind them, and just excited to keep building. Just watching the boys warming up here, it's horrible weather conditions up there. What do you think is sort of going through the lads' minds at this point? I mean, as far as the weather's concerned, how will that affect the sort of the tactics for today? I don't think it will. I don't think it will. We're used to it. We play and we train, and at the high performance centre, you should see some of the weather there. You're quite exposed up there, aren't you? Quite exposed. I live 10 minutes away, and it's nice when I get in the car, and then when I drive up there, the wind and the rain's howling. But we're pretty much used to it. And as defenders, you know that don't let it bounce, go and meet it. There's a certain little tweaks that you'll need to change. But we're used to it. We can't blame the weather for anything. Georgetown are looking particularly miserable there in the soaking wet. You've played a plethora of positions, left-sided midfielder, left-sided striker, midfield, defence. Do you have a particular favourite as to where you like to play? I'd say centre-half. Left side centre-half is my favourite. It's where I had my best season. I played 46 games there for Luton in the year we got to the playoffs, and I just believe that's my best position. But I've spoke to the manager, as he's spoke to most players, and he's told them what he sees, and he mentioned to me that he sees me in 3 different positions. He also sees my best position is left-sided centre-half, and so but again, I'm an employee of the club, and wherever the club wants me to play, wherever the manager makes a decision, I'm going to go out there and try and do my best for the club. So it's just being on the pitch, just to be out there and get on the pitch. Football's football. I can honestly get into a game. I'll never go into a game and be in a position where I think, I can't play my best today, or I'm worried about this position. I'm just, I can do that, and I'm just happy to be on there. Good stuff. All right, Cal, a fantastic insight. We didn't get on to questions like what is Cal's favourite Christmas song or his favourite coffee shop in Portishead. Maybe some of those a little bit later on. I can tell you what we have got still to come is some in-depth analysis of today's game. The boys, the football experts, will talk you through that. And, of course, for everybody watching abroad, all the action from West Yorkshire as Bristol City are visitors at Huddersfield Town, and all of that action on the way after this short break.
Welcome back to Robins TV for live coverage of Bristol City's trip to West Yorkshire. We'll have more from Cal Naismith and Chris Honour on the way very shortly indeed. But first of all, not long until the big day arrives. You can see our festive decorations here at Robins TV have already been put up. Just 4 Bristol City games left until the big day. Also playing on Boxing Day means the boys are probably going to have to go a little bit lighter on the Christmas food. But that did not stop Joe Williams and Andy Vyman ranking their top 10 Christmas noshes blind.
Hi, I'm Andy.
And I'm Joe, and today we're going to be ranking Christmas scran. That's food, by the way. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, do you not know what that is?
Mince pies?
Yeah, well done. Do you like it or not?
No.
No. So one's the best, yeah? You don't like it? I don't mind it.
Rubbish.
Go 8.
I'd go 9, you know. These are really bad, I think, but...
Go 9 then. No, you can go 8.
Alright,
sound. Oh, I know what you're going to say to that one.
10. 10 by a mile. Sprouts.
I don't mind it. Bit of chorizo.
If you have a bowl of them, you go to the toilet all night, so I'm saying 10.
I'll go halfway with you.
Do you think they're better than that?
Yeah, I'm not a sweet fan.
Alright,
so
get the Bristol fellas there. Right. I guarantee you now, I have never, ever, ever, ever had one of these for Christmas, on Christmas Day.
What is it?
A gingerbread.
I've never had a gingerbread, man.
Greg's, lad. Have you ever had one of those on Christmas Day?
One, yeah.
Have you?
Not on Christmas Day, I've had gingerbread before.
It's a Christmas theme, innit?
Yeah, he's Christmassy, isn't he? That's what Santa Claus makes, no?
I don't know about that. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm not a fan, so we'll go 9.
Go 9?
Yeah.
It's a poor selection, this.
Oh, that's... I think... Is that eggnog? Is it?
What's going on here?
Yeah? Nah, that's not too... that's definitely
No. It's not 10, no.
Not a chance. I don't mind that. That's like a bit of like...
It's alright, yeah, it's alright.
You've had it before, yeah?
I've tried it, but I didn't finish it, like, it's alright.
What do you think is going to be high on the list for you? Pigs in blanket. So they're going to be down there.
I'm putting that as number 5. Because I reckon there's going to be 2 questionable ones still.
You don't even know it.
Is that a mulled wine, is it?
Oh, that's good.
No, listen. Mulled wine. So
that's good, that. Christmas market. Nice. Warms you up a little bit, doesn't it? Let's go for 3.
3?
Yeah.
Put it on top 3, yeah?
Yeah, I like it. It's way better than an egg. Oh, there's some mad things on here. Candy cane.
It's like going to Blackpool, isn't it? You're going to put candy floss on there next as well? Oh no, this is the Christmas dinner.
You can put that
my head's gone.
Hang that on the Christmas tree, can't you? Nah, I'm not a fan of that. It's too sugary.
That could be there.
Nah, you bite your teeth.
Are you going to go there?
Yeah, your teeth.
You're going 10, yeah?
You've got bad teeth as it is.
Get them on there then.
Bite them. They fall out.
Bang.
What?
Stuffing.
I don't know. That's good, that.
That's alright. I'm not going to put it in the top 2.
No. What's your top 2 if you're like thinking what could come next?
Pigs and blankets, lad, heavy.
Yeah. It's going to be a turkey surely somewhere.
Yeah. I'm going to get...
Yeah.
It's in between these.
Go 4. Go 4.
Oh!
Where are you going with that?
You don't even have to speak.
Top,
you don't even have to speak.
Pigs in blanket. That's the best thing about a Christmas dinner.
They're heavy.
They're good then.
Yeah, good gear.
We've still got number 2 left if something good comes up.
Oh. I just don't...
I'm scared what's to come. That's the problem. It's not a 2. It's not better than these.
I think it's better than that.
So we'll go 6.
Yeah, we go
it's
6.
Not a 2.
So you make number 2 then.
I might have had a stinker, yeah. Yeah. Need it.
Turkey. Yeah.
It's nice.
They're top 2. Mulled wine 3.
Yeah, turkey's going in at number 2.
Few pigs in blankets, bit of mulled wine, and that's all I'll need.
Gravy.
Gravy.
Needed gravy. Because turkey's a bit dry. I think it moves the turkey back a bit.
And I just don't get how they're anything to do with it. Yeah, all their sound. They are nothing to do with a Christmas dinner for me.
It's not Christmas dinner though, is it? It's Christmas foods.
Yeah.
Kids make gingerbreads at Christmas.
I never made gingerbread at Christmas. Did you?
No. No. But I've been to Santa's town before, you know, with the kids. Yeah.
And then for me, impossible to be on that list. Candy canes.
I've got fake ones at home that you hang on the Christmas tree.
I'd take these two off personally. They're all right. These are a bit questionable because, as I say, you'd be on the toilet all night, and then everything else is all right, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, I think we've done all right.
Yeah, I'm happy.
It's not a bad selection. Thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas, City fans.
Merry Christmas.
Ho ho
ho. Joe Williams' hatred there of candy canes and gingerbread men, would they feature anywhere on your Christmas food list, Chris?
The Brussels sprouts. I think they must be number 10.
Right.
But it made me feel very hungry, I must admit. I'm looking at that and
Brussels sprout fan, Carl?
Don't mind them. If they weren't on there, I wouldn't be too displeased. I'm not a massive fan, but I can eat 2 or 3.
I got you. Right, let's talk a little bit about analysis now. Let's take a look at 2 individuals. We'll take a look at one from Huddersfield and one from Bristol City. Let's talk about Mikael Helik just for a moment. Just looking at some of this. I mean, he scored 5 goals. How dangerous is he? This is his last goal against Sunderland. He's a real live wire. He gets himself in some really interesting places, doesn't he?
Well, he's an absolute unit, isn't he? He must be, I don't know, 6'4", 6'5", and he picks up the second ball. The first header was excellent. He just hung it up at the near post, and he obviously finishes it off. But good delivery, good head back across the box, and yeah, he was finishing that off on that goal line, and yeah, he's obviously a big target for set pieces.
Cal, how would you deal with him?
Attacking the ball. You must be aggressive and you must attack the ball, because rightly so, we highlight him. He's got 5 goals, as you say, but you've got Matty Pearson in there who I've played with, very aggressive, will attack the ball. Lee's, he's probably not as tall, but he'll attack the ball well, and as you see, he scores off his second one there. So if you can go and win the first one, it takes away the danger. But again, being alive for a second, and listen, it could be anyone in there that goes and heads it. Don't be waiting for Big Rob is the obvious one who's very aggressive to go and win it. Don't be waiting for Zach. If it comes into your area, you be aggressive and you go and meet it. So, but we've been pretty solid with set pieces, and yeah, we'll need to be today.
On a really brief chat about Jason Knight, always seems to find himself in space in the opponent's half. How does he manage to do this? Look at that.
I was actually speaking to Chris about that there, and not to discredit Knighty too much, it's absolutely brilliant for him, but that's training pitch, especially that move right there. I don't want to say too much and give too much away in case opposition what, but this, what you're seeing here is what the manager's drilled week in, week out, and then you see it come to fruition in games. Even like this one here, when it goes in, Sexy's to roll off the line, all this is worked on. The flick's absolutely beautiful for Knighty, you can't work too much on that. That one there, you've got the box, 2 10s combining. That's a lot of that's off the training ground, but this finish is, yeah, that's a lot harder to score that than it looks, to meet it in the half volley like that and keep it controlled and into the side net. And so Knighty's been, yeah, he's a massive strength to our side. You see how good he is, the fans love him, and yeah, he's top player.
Good stuff. All right, you two, thank you very much as ever for your fantastic insights. You're watching Robins TV. Time to say goodbye now to our viewers on Facebook and YouTube. You can still buy your pass to watch the game if you're outside of the UK at bcfc.co.uk.